For the most part, dairy producers watch udder soundness in their dairy cows very, very closely and select heifers from cows that have sound udders. Beef producers have been slow to adopt that particular selection criteria in their beef herds, but I think we probably need to take a closer look at that as we select the heifers that go into our cow herds. For years, the data has suggested that udder soundness in beef cattle was what we'd probably call lowly heritable. Estimates were that only about 16 to as high as 25% of the differences that we saw in udder soundness was due to genetics. More recent data coming from Kansas State University, where they had thousands of records from the American Hereford Association, gave us an idea that udder health, udder soundness may be more highly heritable than what we previously thought. They looked at data from over 60,000 individuals and found that for overall udder soundness, the overall score, that the heritability was 0.32 or 32%. For the individual traits that they're interested in looking at, suspension of the udder and teat shape, they were both pretty close to that 30% mark, about 31% for suspension, 28% for teat shape. That tells me that as we go through this end of the spring calving season, while these spring calving cows are in highest lactation, would be a good time to evaluate the cows that have those that might have that low suspensory ligament, where it's began to allow the udder to get lower and closer to the ground, or those cows with those large funnel-shaped teats. Mark that down in your cow record book now, so that next fall when you wean those calves, you'll know to perhaps cull that cow or not save the heifer calf from the cow with a bad udder. In that way, over time, I think we can make some real improvements in our herd. Here at Oklahoma State University a number of years ago, we evaluated the effect of having one bad quarter on an udder versus a cow that had a healthy udder, and found that having one or two bad quarters would reduce the weaning weights of the calves 50 to 60 pounds, which is really substantial. So that puts even more importance on this idea of making sure that we try to improve udder health in our cow herds. Take a good look at your cows this spring after calving, when the lactation is at the highest. Find those that have those unsound udders, select them against them in the future, and I think we'll improve the overall udder health and the profitability of our cow herd. Hey, we look forward to visiting with you again next week on Sunup's Cow Calf Corner.